Cordova's hologram.
Alrighty, that should be good to go. Hey guys, welcome. Good morning. Well, morning for me. Normally it's either good midday or good evening, but this is a new time slot. Who this? I hope we're all doing well. Dutch just coming off his amazing Lego stream. G-Dogs, Arch Rocket, how you doing? Welcome in, guys. Yeah, this is a new time slot for me. I have been doing midday streams, or at least what midday for me streams. But this is an evolution of that. It was sort of brought to my attention. It's like, hey, morning streams would probably fit the European time zone a little bit better, and since a big chunk of our audience does tend to be from the European regions, this just makes sense. So yeah, I thought, why not shift the stream forward? It actually works better with my day as well. And, yeah, we just go from there. That's kind of why I'm here now. We do 3 hours now. Then we take like a nice 6-hour break. And then we do the nighttime stream. So it also means like I'm not like sending alerts like within like a couple of hours of each other. Dutch! Oh no! I mean, no, Dutch. If the Dutch waifu says it's time for you to go to bed, I mean, but I'm just sipping my coffee. I ain't saying shit. Oh dear. Also, Dutch, in regards to Cyber Sleuth. Cyber Sleuth 2 is Hacker's Memory, I believe. So it isn't DLC, it's a whole nother game. It essentially is a game that takes place at the same time as the previous Cyber Sleuth. So different main character, different story happens at the same time, which is kind of cool because it's like it references events that happened in the first game from a different perspective, and I really like it. But essentially, like more of the same game in a way. Like it is telling its own unique story, but yeah, it has some really cool extra mechanics though. They add in like a whole nother mini game that I love. But don't play it too quickly after the original Cyber Sleuth though, because if you play it like straight after the first Cyber Sleuth, you'll be like, I'm just playing Cyber Sleuth again. I would give it like a couple of months and then go into it because it's great on its own. It's just as long. But like the Digimon, they only add on some more Digimon. They don't like... It's not like there's a lot of different ones. Like, put it this way, if it was me, right, I would play through Cyber Sleuth 1 for the story, then I would play through Hacker's Memory twice, once for the story, once for New Game Plus. And I would like max out my like encyclopedia and everything like that and like try to 100% too. Because it's the more, in my opinion, the more interesting one to 100%. But yeah, so we are going to play some Cybertrain. We are Cybertrain? Oh my god, we are going to play some Monster Train. Don't worry guys, I haven't just, said, oh yeah, we're going to play this and then start talking about Cyber Sleuth the whole time. But before we do anything, I will have to get the Stream Raiders started. So this is the final world for Stream Raiders. I have no idea what happens after this, and I'm super excited. But that being said, the battles are getting a little intense. So, this is a 4-star treasure trove. These sometimes can be some of the more difficult ones. So I'm going to pop the link in chat there. If you haven't played Stream Raiders before, it's super easy. You just click the link. It takes you through into a browser, and you literally just place a unit. That's all you do. But you earn rewards through my stream. You can then take into other streams and then use those rewards and have a good time showing off how awesome you are in supporting your favorite streamers. And it's a really good time. Bear with me 2 seconds. I just remembered that there will be a command that I need to disable, or a timer I need to disable. Boop, there we go. We don't need music accreditation when we're not using music. Excellent. Cool. No, Avast, please leave. So there we go. I got my unit in there. Guys, get your units in there and we can have a good time. Monster Train. Let's actually get started on it. So what is Monster Train? If you have not seen Monster Train before, it is a very loud, very, very loud, but hopefully I'm coming through a little bit louder. Card roguelite battle game. That's what Monster Train is. It is complicated. There are a billion mechanics at work here. The only way I'm able to stream it is because I've played a decent amount of it and I understand most of the mechanics quite well and I can explain them fairly quickly. But don't be afraid to say I'm a little lost, a little confused, because I will do my best to explain what is going on. Enchilada, hello, how you doing, mate? What's going on? What is going on? So, with Monster Train, you pick your races, or your clans, right? And you start off, and this builds your initial starting deck. You have a primary clan. This primary clan also dictates your hero unit, or your champion. We just unlocked the Stygian Guard, which are very magic-based. I'm going to use them. This looks crazy. Yeah, Monster Train's good fun. I love Monster Train, but as I said, it is a little complicated. But I'll try to explain it as I go on. The Stygian Guard, they start with the champion unit, who is actually pretty weak by himself, but can get some really cool abilities. And then we get some Frozen Lands cards that deal damage to the front enemy units, which you'll see who they are and what's going on in a second. I'm going to ally them with the Awoken. The Awoken are a good pairing for the Stygian Guard because they have a lot of tanks. And the Stygian Guard units tend to be a little on the weaker side. But I could also quite as easily pair them with the Hellhorned, but we'll pair them with the Awoken. Anyway, let's just get going. Right. So, because we have beaten a single run, the game gets a little bit more difficult every time you beat it. That's why it's a roguelite. They're giving us random cards. They're putting random cards in our deck to try and, like, confuddle us, confuse us. Thankfully, though, they're giving us a couple of good cards. Flash Freeze is a good card. It deals damage over time, as well as some initial damage. Steel Enhancer is just a buff. Drain, Sap is a debuff that I haven't really played too much with. Essentially, it drains damage from opponent cards. Now, what is Monster Train? What is the story of Monster Train? We are in Hell. These are the different rings of Hell. Hell, as you can see, has been frozen by heaven. So, the age-old saying, when Hell freezes over, well, it has happened. Hey, Wadida, hello! Welcome in, mate. What's going on? Hope you're well. Our goal is to unfreeze Hell. That's our goal. We want to unfreeze Hell. So, we are going to pilot our train along the tracks all the way to the Frozen Heart. If we can make it to the Frozen Heart... we can essentially reignite that heart, melt down Hell, and everything can go awesome. So that's pretty cool. But Heaven is going to try and stop us along the way. Dark Highness, hello! Oh boy, is it a weird name to be seeing this early? Oh dear. Look, I know, Dark, but I think this is going to work. I got up, I did my workout, I had breakfast, I started streaming. It was a good morning. I don't mind it. And I have an excuse to have a second coffee. The Frozen Heart. Elsa, is that you? Absolutely. Oh, I love it. When it is strong. Got some strength in there. Dark Highness. Who won the fight with Telstra? I'm guessing you or your family. Your dad. Oh, is this in regards to all the outages you were having? Also, Davey, I hope you're doing well, mate. I hope your morning's okay. Yeah, a lot of friends are here. Just found out you left Minecraft open. Oh my god. Alright, Monster Train. So, we need to do a few things before we get going. So, we get to upgrade our champion. Now, our champion here can either reduce the cost of spells on the same floor the champion exists on, or we can apply a damage over time when we attack. This is wonderful. I almost exclusively play my Stygian champion with this, especially if you get it as a sweep, which hits everybody. Oh, mwah, beautiful. We also gain an artifact to start off with, so we can either, at the start of your turn, add a sting spell to your hand. This would have been amazing to see before figuring out a champion, but does work with Stygian. 25% chance to deal 5 damage when an enemy unit enters the train. Ooh. Oh, Wadida, you gotta go? No, you're alright. Thank you for popping in. I love it when people pop in and say hello, so thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful evening, mate. Pretty sure it's evening for you. If not, I apologize. I don't know, right? Dutch being here? Like, who'd have thunk it? I'm gonna grab the Thorn Fruit, because for reasons later on, having more spells works really well with Stygian. So we're gonna go with that. Alright, we're gonna go into our first battle. So that was just a bit of deck building and a deck constructing, but now that that's done, we're gonna get into the actual meat and potatoes of the game. Actually, the deck construction is kind of like the potatoes. The battle is kind of like the steak, and then maybe like the story and the flavor test is like the pepper gravy that goes on top of everything. So think of Monster Train as like a roast dinner, is what I'm trying to say. Alright. Heaven's Priests. These disciples have dedicated themselves to the service of heaven and will attempt to restore the life of their companions. So you can see here they've got a healer, they've got a big forged disciple with a big F-off axe, and then the boss that we have to fight, or the mini-boss we have to fight, is essentially just a guy with some heavy chains on him. He's going to bloat out our deck, but he's not that dangerous. Do we want to apply the challenge? The answer is no. Not a spikes challenge. Not straight away. Alright. Again, this makes sense the more we play the game. So, this is as I said, the steak of Monster Train. This is the meat of the meat and potatoes. This is our train. The train has several levels. We've got this bottom level, middle level, top level, and our little spark. This spark has to survive to the end of the run. If it dies, we lose. You can see its health on the top left-hand corner of the stream. Balverines, this is too early. It's 4 p.m. Hey, Balverines. What's going on? Welcome. Welcome on in. Enemies will enter the train at the bottom, and every turn they will attack if there's any units in front of them, and then they'll move up a floor. They'll attack, they'll move up a floor, they'll attack, they'll move up a floor. If they make it up here, they attack our spark. Our spark or our core deals damage back and kills them. Anyway, we want to stop that. We don't want this to happen. So, we're going to get our champion. We're going to plonk our champion down in the bottom. Now, the champion, he's going to take 2 damage. He's going to deal 20 damage. And he's dealing 20 damage by hitting him for 15, dealing his damage over time, which he has, and then the healer is going to heal for 5. Anyway, try not to worry too much about the math. Let me worry about the math. You guys just enjoy yourself. Alright, I'm going to put a tank out in front of him so his train steward will protect him from damage since my champion only has 3 health. We are going to use our Sting spell, which is 0 cost, so it's cheap, we can use it. It deals 10 damage to the front unit, and we get to draw an extra card next turn. We're also going to cast our Frozen Lance, which deals 6 damage to the front unit. Alright, so now, as you can see, we're going to kill the front unit. The healer will keep going, but the healer doesn't do damage, so I don't give a rat's bum about the healer. For the sake of just getting rid of cards, I'm going to heal up the front guy. And there we go. Yeah, better get used to it. Exactly, Dutch. So I'm trying to make this a new, like, the midday time slot now. It's now my morning time slot. Works better for my life. Works better for us, for our European and UK friends. And for the Australians who are waking up and need a chill or excitable AussieDevFro stream to start their morning off, you know? Alright, what do we got going on here? We got a lot going on here. I'm going to get a train steward and plonk him up here. Because if we kill this unit at the top here, we gain extra gold, which is what I want. We're going to use our Sting spell because it's free. Always use the spells that are free. Might just buff the back unit as well so he has a bit more health. Now we've got some cool cards here. Alright. Deal 3 damage. We can kill that guy there. This axe-wielding guy is already out, so we don't have to worry about him. Let's get rid of this, why not get rid of this healer? There we go. Beautiful. Alright. This first level is quite easy. So this is ending at midday? Yeah, correct. This will end at midday. Your niece is here, G-Dogs? Oh, is that a good thing or a bad thing, buddy? Do you enjoy having your niece around? Or do you get to, have a bit of fun with your niece? Play games or whatnot? Or are you, both? It can be both. Yeah, fair call. Fair call. I don't, and, depending on the age, obviously. Is whether you'll be able to, boot up some Minecraft or something. You know what? It's too early for maths. Oh, yeah. It's funny. I didn't feel like Destiny, and this is like the other game I have ready to go, and then I realized it's math. But that's okay. I'll work it out. I'm going to get another train steward and dump him down there. And then just for a bit of coverage. Balverines, you're eating leftovers? It works. I don't know if it works for Balvi. Oh, okay. No, that's fair enough, Balverines. You're eating leftovers, homemade meatloaf, mac and cheese, and cornbread. Ooh, that's awesome. Sounds good. All right, I'm going to buff our champion again. I'm going to cast Sting, even though it doesn't hit anything, so we get the extra draw next turn. And I don't think we need to do anything else, but I will heal this front unit. Yeah, okay, we're good. All right, so we have the boss. The boss is in here. But good news, we're killing the boss before it can really do any lasting damage. It's good practice, though, to just play out your cards. So I just did a whole bunch of spell damage, and now we're not using a single unit. Your cat is petting himself on your phone? What? Wait, why the phone? Hang on. Is like... What? Oh god. Alright. So, we beat him, so we get to pick a couple of new cards for our deck. Crypt Builder is expensive, deals a lot of damage. But if you discard it, like some cards have the discard mechanic, if you discard the Crypt Builder, it deals all that damage for free, which is fantastic. If we could get something like on the go, that would be amazing. But at the same time, it's not like, I'm not really... We don't really need something like that. We don't have any discard mechanics yet. Offering Token gives us a discard mechanic, but we have nothing to discard, so, yeah. Helical Crystals is a good spell, though, so I'm going to take it. Do we want anything here? We already have a couple of Steel Enhancers, which are kind of okay for us. I don't really have any tanks to regen. But Wildwood Sap's always good to have, because it also consumes, and it gets it out of its, yeah. Dark Artist, well, if I'm typing in chat, he doesn't have my undivided attention, so he's trying to get rid of the competition. Oh, I see, I see. Davey, yes, the discard ability. Almost as good as the dat card ability. Davey Dorky, you get your dad jokes, in here, because I love them. I love dad jokes. It's weird, I hate puns, but I love dad jokes. I don't know why. Because most dad jokes are puns. Or wordplay of some description. But my dad used to do one called where I would enter the room and I would go, hey, where does this go, Dad? As in, like, maybe I've got, like, to put something away and I go, oh, Dad, where does this go? Or where does this go, Dad? And Dad goes, disco, Dad? I'm not no disco, Dad. And I'm just like, oh. But you better bet your bottom dollar I'll be saying that exact same joke to my kid when I have a kid. Okay. So let's go this way. We've got a lot of spells. So this is like the pathway choosing mechanic of Monster Train. You get to select, like, we could have gone and buffed our units, gained an Awoken unit, or we could have come over here, we can buff our spells, and gain a Stygian unit. Alright, what have we got here? Okay, so both these units are sweeping units. Sweeping units damage everybody on the floor. Maybe he is a Disco Dad? Nah, he's not a Disco Dad. It's too early for anything except Fro. Oh my god. Should I have not played a card game? Should we play something a little... We should have played something a little more simple, like Destiny, yeah? I just wasn't feeling like the pew pew this morning. This is... Believe it or not, this is slower paced for me, so I actually was feeling okay with it. Alright. Okay. So... Both of these units sweep, which is great. So if you've got dirty floors, these units are for you. That reminds me, I need to do some vacuuming before Friday, before Roju comes over. This one applies spell weakness, which is cool. Spell weakness means we can then use our spells on the units on the next floor, and they'll deal more damage. That's nice. But this applies damage over time. Combine this with our champion dealing damage over time, and we have got damage over time for fucking days. So let's run with that. Destiny isn't simple. It's faster. Alright. Let's upgrade a spell with more damage, but it consumes it. I'm gonna upgrade Frozen Lance. So Frozen Lance is good, but it's hindered by the fact that it deals damage to the front unit. But now if I deal 26 damage to a front unit, that's awesome. I'm gonna make another card for cheaper, like Helical Crystals. I'm gonna make Helical Crystals cheaper. And I might purge this sap card because I don't understand it. There we go. Alright. You've seen too many bricks for one day. Oh yeah, guys, if you didn't already see Dutch's stream, make sure you do go watch the VOD. Dutch was doing a Lego building stream. It was awesome. It was awesome. I only catched a little bit. I listened to a lot of it on my morning run, and it was really cool. It was really, really good. I enjoyed it. Essentially, he built an X-Wing and the Millennium Falcon. Your mum bought a Roomba and the cat hides from it? That's hilarious. That is actually kind of funny. Alright, so, Barbed Disciples. These spiked foes will make direct attacks more painful. Using spells from afar will let you fight without sacrificing your units. Now, this is going to be tricky because most of our spells only hit the front unit. We don't really have anything to target this person, or this enemy, who is the one applying spikes. That being said, I'm going to turn on the challenge because I am feeling confident we do have a lot of spells. You need to put them somewhere where the kids can't reach? Yes. Dark Highness, do Roombas work on carpet? Out of curiosity. Okay. So I'm going to pop these guys down here. I'm going to put a tank at the front. Alright, so we're going to tank... We've got the train steward protecting the cold sealer, who sweeps through everybody. And then we've got our champion, who's going to deal some big damage over time to the front unit. That being said, let's make sure we don't lose this unit, if possible. Actually, we should be fine because not only can I do this, but I can also do this. Right, there we go. No more spikes. We're pretty good. That's the fun part, Dutch? Yeah. Alright, so that's it. We used all our cards, which is good. You always want to be using all the cards. Right. We're going to put a train steward at the top once again to make sure we get the bonus gold. Alright, let's come back down here. What are we dealing with? Again, let's make sure we get rid of the spikes first. So now, after we get rid of the spikes, we're still dealing only 32 damage to the front unit. Let's heal up our train steward. Is he still dying? He is. He needs some more health. There we go. Alright, now he's not dying. And all we can do is sting. There we go. But we did kill the unit. Dark Highness, you only have a few rugs, but it seems to be fine. Yeah, see, Nocti and I, our place is like all carpet. But, like, when we move to a new place at some point, you know, depending on what's easier. Spelling system doesn't have an auto collection, so there's only one stack of bricks. Oh no! Alright, there's nothing really we can do here. We'll play those units. We'll play Sting so we get an extra card. We'll heal our Train Steward and move on. Alright, final wave. Cool. So, this is interesting. Let's first, once again, flash freeze the back unit. Get rid of all those spikes. Sorry, my nose is very itchy. I don't know why. Unfortunately here, the main boss just has spikes by himself. Which is kind of frustrating, but that's okay. We can still take him down. We're definitely going to frostbite him. We'll heal our front unit a little bit. We are going to lose our champion and our front unit, but we will beat him. So, here we go. There we go. Powered rail with a chest and several hoppers underneath. That's why yours works, Davey, and Tradies doesn't. Wait, what? I don't know how to, like... It's funny. I love modded Minecraft, but I don't have the patience to figure out how to do automated things in regular Minecraft. Isn't that weird? I find that really weird. Okay. We've already got one helical crystals. I really don't want to add too much to our deck, considering we keep getting a lot of spikes. Flash freeze has been useful, but again, I don't want to add too much to the deck, so I'll just take 10 gold. Glimmer is an AoE. I like an AoE. At least one AoE in the deck is nice. Alright, let's start building a second floor. So, with Monster Train, you know, so far we've popped all our units on the first floor, and I've just randomly placed units on other floors. But to beat the final boss, you really want to work on making sure that you've got multiple floors set up and ready to go, and like really sort of, you know, dealing enough damage. So if they get through that first floor, they get hammered by the second floor, and then the damage over time from the first floor catches up with them, and oh, it's just a beautiful cacophony of ice and damage and brilliance. This Animus' speed is cool because it's got the quick modifier. And it essentially attacks first before the enemies can attack. Very useful if you want to take out a unit quickly. I will go. That's why I should play it more. Well, the thing is, like, for me, Davey, I like building. But I think what I like more than just building is... I like setting up, not automation, but I like setting up systems. It's weird. I do like setting up systems. And that's why games like Satisfactory interest me. Oxygen Not Included, even though I haven't played it, I'm interested in it. Games like Factorio, which I've never played, but really am interested in. I like games that focus a bit more on expansion and logistics than just pure creativity and building. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Dutch. But, like, I sort of, like, I don't play enough of those games. I do want to play more of those types of games. Sorry, guys, just 2 seconds. I'm keeping an eye on a package. If this package is going to get delivered today, I've got to take my headphones out so I can hear the door. So far it is not arriving today. Okay, cool. Okay, so what do we want to do here? We can either come this way, get another Awoken unit, and power up some spells even more. Or we could go this way, duplicate a card, and heal our Pyre or our Spark. I don't need that. Let's go over here. Let's see what's going on. Let's buff a spell first. Yeah, fair enough, Dark Highness, if Kingdom Hearts is annoying you. Ooh, holdover is good. Okay, so holdover is a modifier that means if you play that spell this turn, you get the spell next turn. So playing the spell is better than not playing the spell. Very, very much a cool modifier. And you know what? I'm going to give it to our Steel Enhancer. So imagine, like, every turn we can buff a unit. I think that's a great idea. I'm going to add some more damage to our Glimmer. So more damage for the AoE. Do I want to make anything cheaper? I can make Glimmer cheaper. But Helical Crystal's free. That's pretty cool. The regen could be free. AoE is nice for free. You know what? I actually don't want to do this. I'm going to save the gold. I don't think I need it. Alright, what unit are we going to get here? Ooh, I have never seen that card before. Wilting Sapwood. Revenge. Gain energy. Interesting. I mean, it's a cool tank. I've never used it. You know what? Fuck it. I've never used it before. That seems great. Let's give it a go. Dark Highness. Oh, Ansem's giving you trouble. Ansem in hard mode can be a B. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Just bad at the game? Nah. You're at the recommended level. Yeah, I've been curious about wanting it on getting it on Game Pass. It sits there taunting me. Alright. A cave of 1,000 eyes seems to awaken as you grow near. Deep within, the voice emerges. Relinquish your life or your wealth, and you may be rewarded if you are deemed worthy. You don't often make offerings to unknown beasts, but you consider making an exception for this cave. Yeah, sure. I'll give you 5 health. A large belch emerges from the shadowy depths. Your tribute disappears into the darkness, but no recognition of your worth. Your worth is yet to be determined. Only further tribute will sway us further. More health. Hey, okay. Deal 2 damage whenever an enemy moves between floors. Cool, I like it. Nice. Also, helical, and the way you pronounce it just makes you think of jellicle, and now I'm thinking about cats. I do not see the train of thought. Because I don't know what jellicle means, and because I don't know what jellicle means, I don't know how that relates to cats. Dark Highness, explain and make me feel like a smooth brain Aussie, please. Alright, so this is the first major boss of the run. It is Daedalus, the Professor. Heaven's disgraced Professor has improved his explosive inventions, creating better protection through technological advancements. Right, so, unfortunately, what this boss does is he flies in between levels and drops bombs. These bombs can change every time you play the game. For this round, they explode twice. This is the worst. This is the worst modifier to get, because it's 20 damage. So as you can see here, because the enemies go first, right? 5 damage, 5 damage, 5 damage, 5 damage, 20 damage. There's 40 damage on this floor. It hurts. It hurts a lot. Oh, so Cats is a musical, yes. And the whole premise is that there's some cats, and at least one of them strongly desires to be a jellicle cat. Do I understand what it means? Ha! No! Ha ha! Oh dear. But it means she wants to be an Oh, not an outcast cat. Okay, right. Ah, the battle is ready. Okay, let's, you know what, because we've literally only just started this battle, this fight, let's jump over to Stream Raiders. Alrighty, so this is a 4-skull treasure trove. Thank you so much, D-Dogs, Enchilada, Davey, Emerald Paint, Dark Highness, Seor, and Seor3 for getting units in there. I really appreciate it. Appreciate you guys getting your units in there. I feel like... Oops. I feel like we're going to have a lot of rogues going for these treasure chests, which is great, because we do want to make sure we nail those treasure chests. Hey, Illegal Man 2004, thank you so much for the raid, buddy. I'm gonna get this Stream Raiders battle going, and then I will give you a shout out and get some hype in the chat. How you doing, mate? Welcome on in. What's going on? You're playing some Dark Souls. Holy moly, Dark Souls. Love it. I love me some Dark Souls. I must admit, you know, I'm better at Dark Souls 2 and 3, but the OG is always the OG, right? Oh dear. David Augie, someone at work has started going off their nut. Oh no. Oh dear, Davey. Yeah. You suffered? You know what? Is it your first run through Dark Souls? If not, I have no advice. If it is, I do have like tiny bits of advice. But Dark Souls is good for inflicting suffering. It's your first Souls game. Okay, alrighty. Alright, let's open this captain's chest. Alrighty, so G-Dogs, enjoy the bonus Buster reward. There you go, buddy. Let's get this going and we can get back into Monster Train. This will be another 4-star. This is getting a little dangerous. So it's your first Souls game, Illegal Man. Well, first and foremost, you have entered a world of pain and suffering like no other. No, I kid. They're actually Dark Souls. It's an amazing franchise. The Souls or the Souls-like genre is fantastic. There you go, guys. There's your link in chat. Get your units in there. But it's harsh but fair, I think is what I'm trying to get at. Like, I don't know how far through the game you are, but it's harsh but fair. If something's not working, there's almost always something you can do to improve your chances. Whether you're going to change weapon type, change damage type, change armor, move faster, more defense, you know, there's always something you can do. Now, this is very hypocritical of me, because I ignore all that and just headbutt that wall until the wall gets knocked over. But the advice I have is, don't be afraid to change things up if you have to. Don't be afraid to go grind out souls. Find upgrade materials. It's not Demon Souls, where everything is finer. Yeah. But that's like the big piece of advice for Souls games. That, and if you're having like a ton of trouble with Dark Souls, try Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3, in my opinion, is easier. And a much, like, you may not understand a lot of references, but the game itself is a little bit easier. Alright, let me get some water, and then let's figure out how we're going to solve this one. So, so Monster Train. How are we gonna figure this out? We have 40 damage, so each of these guys is gonna deal 5 damage. This back unit is gonna deal 20 damage. The boss will do nothing, but you know, generate that bomb. If we pop anything down there, it dies. As simple as that. We need to ignore this bottom floor for now. So I'm gonna set up on the second floor. It's a little weird, but I'm gonna set up on the second floor. I'm going to pop the Animus of Speed there. Because why not? Illegal Man, you gonna pop off? You generally need sleep? You sleep at 5 AM, wake up at 11. Yeah, fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Well, thank you once again for the raid. I wholeheartedly appreciate it. I hope you get some good rest, buddy. And I look forward to seeing you again in the future. Thank you once again for that awesome raid. And good luck with the Dark Souls, mate. Good luck with the Dark Souls. You're gonna need it. Alright. We're gonna sting this first unit, get it out of there, because it also allows us to draw a new card next turn. Or an extra card, sorry. I will use the Frozen Lance just to get it out of the deck. And again, take out another unit. Pop a Train Steward up there, just to sort of get him up there. And that is our turn. So see, the bomb exploded, but did nothing. Oh, that's right, they die when they go between floors. Huh. Okay. So here is a cool side effect of having this Animus of Speed. It's quick, which means it attacks before the bomb goes off, which means we can destroy the bomb and we don't have to worry about being damaged. Now, these archers are going to die when they move floors. We don't have to worry about them, But I'm still going to put units down here. Just to sort of get the ball rolling there. We're going to use the AoE here. Because I think it's a good idea. I'm going to use Sting. And I will buff the tank. Okay. Now, what's cool is that our champion attacked the boss. Now, by having our champion attack the boss, it's actually added 10 frostbite, which is that damage over time. So now the boss is going to take 9 damage this turn, 8 damage next turn, and we actually start getting some chip damage in before the boss is even attacking us. Okay. I forgot we got this big tanky unit. So I'm just going to pop him here randomly. Because he doesn't fit in with what we've got going on here, unfortunately. Okay. Which we will put a regen on. That'll be useful. He's only going to take 15 damage now. Or we could do that. Now he takes no damage. I mean, that does make more sense. But we can't do anything else, which hurts. I should have thought about that, actually. Ooh, these guys are... Actually, these guys are hasted, but that doesn't matter. Let's use Flash Freeze to get rid of the bomb. We have our holdover buff, so we want to keep using this. He is dying. Why is he dying? Deals 4 damage. Why is... Oh, because he's got 3 health. There we go. Not dying anymore. What do we got going on here? They're all just dying. We're losing our front guy. Which makes sense. There's not really much we can do about that. Here, though, I mean, I don't mind if that second guy gets up there. But we can make the situation better. We can use helical crystals. Which does that. And then we can clear a couple of these units. Get him to tank 2 hits instead. There we go. That'll work. Alright. Hey, Raffle NZ, thank you for popping an epic unit on the battlefield, buddy. I appreciate it. Oh, I just realized my paladin didn't actually go on the battlefield. There we go. Alright. So again, because we have holdover, this steel enhancer always exists in our hands, as long as we keep using it, which we will. So we'll use it on this guy. We're going to heal him up, keep him strong. We've got a second steel enhancer, so you know what? Why not buff him up? Today's going to be interesting. Are you, so you're at work, Davey, now? Is that what's going on? Alright. Yeah, we've got some good frostbite on the boss to begin with. There we go. Final wave. Okay. So, bosses are different. When you get a major boss, essentially what they're going to do is they're going to keep attacking until they wipe through our floor. Because they've got so much health. We're going to deal 71 damage to him, which is good, but not great. Good, but not great. So, let's start by stinging him with our stings. Because they're free. We will buff our front unit here, because I think that'll be more useful next round. Hey, Davey, thank you for the host, mate. Thank you. Alright, I think this is just better damage. There we go. Do I want to... No, we can't use that at all. More damage. Alright. 71 health. That's fine. It's more about getting the frostbite on him. Yeah, having to leave early to get there early. Just to be sure you're on time. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. You'll have a rough day. Well, not a rough day, but it'll be an interesting day to be sure. I mean, depending on how much data you got, I mean, you can just have me in your ear for the next 3 hours. Not to toot my own horn, but I've heard it's quite enjoyable to have a little AussieDevFro speaking in your ear for a couple of hours. Not by Noctia, though. Noctia would swear that that's not a good thing to have. Look at that. We've almost beat him just with the spells. We've got... What? My nose is so itchy. Hold on, guys. I gotta like... unitch my nose somehow. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna quickly just go grab a tissue. Because clearly my nose has an issue. Alright, there we go. We're back. I'm back. It's like I never left. Okay. So, that was good. That was a good fight. Alright, what have they got for us? They have transfer all frostbite on this floor to a unit, then double the amount of frostbite. This card is a boss killer. Can you imagine if we frostbite an entire floor and then transfer it to a boss? That's a good card. I love that card. It's really, really good. I won't even look at the other cards. If you could wear headphones all day, you would. Oh, I still haven't heard back from the mechanic either, so the car is still out of action. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. That's, I mean, when did you get the car to the mechanic? Because it shouldn't take too long to at least, like, do a, you know, a quick little glance at it and an assessment. Alright, we've got 3 cool units here. I'm gonna, so, Animus of Will, it's like our Quick Boy, but instead of quick, it multi-strikes. If you pair that with a couple of damage buffs, it actually is a really nice damage dealer. Another sweep damage over time guy, Frostbite guy, that's good, but we already have one. Guard of the Unnamed, though, is really cool. So it uses a mechanic called Incant. So Incant triggers when you use a spell. It gets the effect on the card. So whenever we use a spell on that floor, we gain 3 armor. And that's something that I really want to use. So let's grab that. And because I want to have multiple cards on every floor, or multiple... Holy crap,